Right, this worksheet starts with some nice easy word going back to your grade 10 days. Open the Word document and convert the heading draft document to WordArt. Okay, there's a case for stopping there and just doing that immediately, but let's just read through the rest of the question very briefly so we know what's ahead. Okay, even if it's just to summarize. Okay, they tell us we're going to have to make some changes to the text and the heading's going to have to be centered. And okay, so first of all, let's just get this thing converted to WordArt. So we'll go to our Word 1 document and we'll convert it to WordArt. And where we're going to find that. Okay, if you can't see anything obvious straight away at the screen that's popping out at you, let's look at something like Insert and see if anything else pops up over there. And there we go, there's an Insert WordArt. Right, we're going to choose that option because nothing else is said. Now we can go back and we can say, right, there were some other options that they spoke about over here that once we had this in WordArt format, they wanted us to do a couple of things. And that was, we'll have to flip back to that document first to go and see. And blue, Arial, 40, boldface, and italics. Okay, that's four things. Arial, actually five things. Blue, Arial, 40, bold, and italics. So let's go back there quickly and go and have a look. We can right click. That's always the best place to start. It's just right clicking and see what you can get from there. Bold, italics, 40. Arial, this is Arial black, which is different to Arial. Don't see a font color here, so not much more I can do here. So I've done what I can do there, so that's okay. And then they also wanted it centered, so I can just go to the home tab, or I could right click, but it's easier just to go to the home tab. And under there, there's centering text, that's centered. And then they wanted it in blue. Now let's just try clicking the blue font color and see what happens. Nothing's happening there because it isn't a normal font. This is actually WordArt we're dealing with. So let's see what we have. If we right click, let's go looking at format WordArt. There are a couple of options there that we haven't maybe looked at. There we go, color, and let's look for blue. There we go, that's blue over there. And click OK. Looks like we've got everything down there. And there was some rather odd one which seemed a bit strange here, and set the character spacing to loose. Sounds a bit dodgy, but anyway, character spacing set to loose. Let's go back to that. I didn't see that as any one of the options that popped out at me, but let's go and see if there are any other options. Format WordArt, size, layout, size, colors and lines. Nothing there that's straight away, so let's have a look at advanced. Position, no, nothing there that we can see either. And size, nothing that we can see over there either. Okay, what do we do now when we can't find what we're looking for? The first thing is not to panic. Spend a little bit more time looking around, trying to find the right option. If you can't, make a note in your question paper and come back to it. But let's just have one last go at it. Don't spend ages on a question that's going to count 1 mark and you don't get to finish your question paper. To go up to format here, and there seems to be a whole lot of other options that we have, scrolling across, and there's an option here with spacing, and there we go. Okay, unusual option, not one that we'd see very often, but loose, and obviously changes the spacing between the characters, not the actual font size, but the spacing between them. And that's it for question 1, which was quite easy except for that little twist at the end.